Hello, good morning, everyone.
Hi,
Hi there, Aleš. How are you doing?
fine.
That's good. Welcome to another episode of Ask Aleš. This is our December, our final one of 2023, so that's pretty exciting.
Mhm.
And in the Northern Hemisphere, in Canada, where I am, we have snow on the ground and it's a little cold. So in my
Mm,
short sleeve WikiTree shirt, I've got my piano scarf to keep me
yeah.
warm.
We also have snow, but just 1 centimeter or
Once
almost nothing.
we had a lot on the weekend, and then we've lost a little bit of it, but we still have snow. So, and we'll probably get more. So we'll see. It's the beginning of the season. So
Mm.
great. So we've had some comments going as far back as the October G2G post. We had a couple comments on the November one after we did this, and we have some for today as well. So that's great. And for anyone who is live and in the chat, please ask your questions, and we will answer those as well. But we have looks like we should have a good morning of questions. So hello there, Azure and Yoke and Bill and Vicky, who are joining us, and a few others who are on the stream but haven't said hello yet. And welcome to everyone who's watching this after the fact. So do you have a preference of where we start?
Well, let's start with October since it's the earliest.
Okay, so October on November 27th on the October post, Patty asked about he said, I don't know if this is a question for Aleš or Greg. On the LiveCast, so in one of my Saturday LiveCasts, I had mentioned that all of the featured profiles, because it was the Thanksgiving one, and all the profiles were about Mayflower people who came over in the Mayflower, and they're all really close together. Like most of their connections were single digits. And so he was wondering, wouldn't it be neat to have some way of showing not just a list of how one person, the profile person, is connected to all of these profiles of the week, but if we had sort of a matrix and how they're connected to each other. And he referred to it sort of how on maps you often see lists of cities across the top and the bottom, and just a matrix of how far they are apart from each other. So that could be an app, in fact. And David Weinberg, I think, has taken up the challenge and might be creating something or playing with something like that. But Aleš has an idea of you could build this yourself, and it wouldn't take too long.
Because
to assemble the information, anyways.
You have distances to all other featured profiles at the bottom of the screen, so you just need to visit all 13 profiles and put this in a table, and you will have exactly what you are asking for. And you just navigate to another, and you get then for Nancy distances to all other featured profiles here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really relatively easy to build a matrix if you need one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But maybe there will be an app for this.
Yes.
We'll see.
So the short answer is you can do it yourself right now. But it would be fun if some people are lazy, Aleš. They're not as adventurous as you are. So I can see why some people. Well, that's nice, but it'd be even nicer if someone did it for me.
Yeah.
So, but that's good. So
then we can watch a three-dimensional graph of connections between them, and who is. That's a challenge for you to make the common ancestors across multiple target profiles. You see?
Exactly. Well, that occurred to me as well. Once we have the connections, and then some of those connections are actually relatives, so they could have come. I know. I was thinking of that too. But I didn't want to say it out loud, but now I have said it out loud. Oh, and look at Patty says, yes, I'm lazy. Well, I wasn't specifically accusing you of that, Patty, but
Okay.
Okay, so let's go
to... That was October
That was the October question. And then in November,
after the chat, we got what, 2 more
I
questions?
think so. Yeah. So Alan, we answered a bunch of Alan's questions, and then Greg on November 22nd, Greg had a question here, and he says, when I run a search, and he gives a search there, I get a bunch of hits, but they don't seem to be sorted in any way that I can understand. Clearly, they're not sorted by last name, birth date, branch
No,
size.
they're all the results. If you don't specify the sort order, they are sorted by creation date.
Oh. And you don't see the creation date anywhere in that.
No, you don't. But I mean, behind the common identifier for all data is user ID, and that's a number that is based on creation date. So default order, if not specified otherwise, is creation date.
There we go. Okay. Now,
But
if you wanted,
but you can, of course, on WikiTree Plus, when you search, you can specify a different sort order right here, sort by. So here we have a few fields that can be used
nice.
for sort ordering.
You know what? My eyes go right by that. I don't even notice. Didn't even notice that drop down.
Yeah.
There we go. So
okay, but the answer to the question was actually. Let's go.
Is there a way to force it to the sort?
So this is interesting for connectors because they want to he wanted to sort by this tree ID that appears on some profiles. So that's a group of people that are connected to each other, but not to the global tree. So you have here one of the possibility. You can use the grouping here at the bottom below the table, and one of the possibilities is connected.
Okay.
This will perform a grouping on the connected field. And now we got first is 72 items are unconnected. And here is sample of first 5 profiles, and the 3 dots at the end where you can you? No, you can't.
Oh. You're supposed to be able to
click. I thought it's possible to click it there, but maybe no, not in this case. On other groupings, it is possible to display all, but here not, because this one is done specially. Then you have 4 more profiles that are actually connected to the public tree, to the tree, but only through the private connections. So these are,
and those are all notables
separately here,
right?
And then they are all the trees that all the profiles that you wanted to connect are listed further on. And here you have, for instance, unconnected 86. That's the size of a group of people that is in this tree, and also you have a link to the tree. So if you click it, you get all the profiles that are connected to each other, but not to the global tree. So you can then here select a person where you will start to branch outwards to find the connection. And also here, and then you have a field count where is the number of profiles that are number of profiles that were found by this search unconnected notables 5 stars that are in this tree. So 3 profiles. These 3 profiles are connected to each other in this small tree. But not to the global tree. So connecting one of them will actually connect all 3 of them.
Okay, so the tree itself has 86 profiles, but only 3 of those profiles satisfy the notables 5 stars.
Yeah, were a result of this.
Right. Okay.
And you can then sort this by whatever you want, by
nice.
each column. But okay, basically, the point is to get the this grouped tree first to start here, because you will connect more profiles.
Right. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Good. Okay. I think that answers Greg's
that
question.
was one of the November
And
questions.
there was a one underneath that about the Barbados sticker.
What was this about?
It says, hello, Aleš. The sticker for Barbados was created earlier. I would like to track progress. What search do I run to check how many profiles have the sticker?
Well, all templates have attached the parameter analysis on the profiles. So it is all on all template pages. So this is the page of the template. You have here a grid, and one of the cells is parameter usage stats. And here you can get for each profile how it is used on profiles. Here we can see that profile is used 1200 times, and 1189 is just the Barbados sticker. And with Ancestry parameter is used 60 times.
Oh, neat.
So here you can see how any template is used. Now here in preview you get some grouping of the parameters, and you can also see each parameters analyzed separately. Now here we don't have, there is not much to see. So let's go, for instance, to England sticker.
Okay.
Where this parameter usage, okay, it's still being produced for this week. Let's go to last week.
Wow.
So here the sticker is used 300,000 times, and here you have all usages and the number in the right, how many times it was used, like this. Then you can go, then here the sticker has two parameters. One is country, one location. So a county, you can check the county parameter, and here are all different usages of county parameter. Now, this is a new thing. If the parameter has a list of associated with it. So list means, let's go back.
Oh yeah,
that's here at the bottom. If the possible values of the parameter are listed, then those are marked as bold. Those items are bolded. So you can see here 6,000 times for this one, and these are the typos that happened. Now, just this week, I also the England sticker, I added these typos as a suggestion, so they have 2,000 suggestions to correct.
Oh no.
Or such typos.
Yeah, because those are typos. Those aren't. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly typos or incorrect usage, because here probably in some places the place is listed in the column for county, which is wrong. It should be two separate parameters. So they will probably correct this one. And then you can also see the location column, what is parameter, what is used in that one. But here there are no rules of what is correct or not. You can just see that approximately 100,000 templates use this column that are listed below, and 230,000 are empty.
Yeah.
So this, and on the preview one, okay, here just one. Here the up to 3 preferred parameters are listed. So here only one is preferred.
Oh, okay.
So, and this is done for all templates. So this is, for instance, it's interesting for if you check find the grave.
Oh yeah.
So for
yeah.
last week.
This is Tuesday, so the
Yeah, I
server is still turning out the reports.
I just posted the new this week's half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Now here, where there are numbered parameters, I usually mask the number as digits, letters. So these groupings have some sense. So for instance, if we check the memorial column, you can see, so the spikes are here, 900,000 times is used like this. So that's 1, 4, 8, 9 digit number.
Okay.
And there should be 8 digit also has even more, I think. 4, 8, yeah. It's 1.2 million times. And so,
wow.
And the rest are typos, probably, with here we can see a dash in between or / name. All these that are not in the correct form are reported as suggestions, so they can be corrected, but you can get everything as a parameter. And the same as, okay, we have n and 0 and no, but
no.
No.
I really mean no.
It is interesting here to analyze how parameter is used of the template. So we can see no was used 100,000 times, and yes, a bit more, 110. And 2 million template usages are empty.
Right. Okay. And out of that, only 3 people made typos.
Yeah, they are getting corrected, because if you make a typo, there is a suggestion for it.
Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah, so usually these typos were most likely recently done. So data doctors do tend to these suggestions and keep the number low. Okay, that's about templates.
That's about templates. Good. Well, that's neat. So Patty, when you were talking about sorting, and you're also the WikiTree number, Patty just reminded people that, so that there's 2, like there's the WikiTree name, which is a name dash and then a number afterwards, like Clarke 110007. But the number that you talked about, you can get that if you mouse over the WikiTree ID and see it in the status bar.
Here at the bottom.
So I'm gonna hide his comment so you can show people what he means by that.
So like this. So here at the bottom, here at the bottom, the link will appear. There
at the bottom. I had to move our pictures so you could actually see. Now it's pretty tiny, so people who are watching can't actually read the text, the number down there, probably, unless you use your binoculars. But there's that in the green.
I can 327 8448. No, but I did read it on the video.
Yeah, that's right.
You should just enlarge your video.
That's what he means. Yeah. And that's helpful to know. Sometimes in the app developers, I need to use that number to track down.
Well, you get that number also here if you go to hover on edit on WikiTree. You can see at the bottom also the user ID, or if I click on the edit button, it's part of the URL.
Oh, up top, there it is. Yeah.
Or if you use WikiTree browser extension, you get here user ID is added to the scissors, and you can just copy user ID.
Ah, right.
Ah.
So that there used to only be 3 things, and with the scissors up
Yeah,
there.
without the extension, there are
Yeah, that's
only
right.
3. But I added this because I
Ah,
often need the user ID for challenges and all over the place.
right.
So I added this to the scissors, so it's easy for me to copy it.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So where were we? Which version of it were you using? So that okay. We want your screen as big as possible. So here we are. Tiny me over here. Tiny you. Okay, I think that covers November. So let's see what
And
December.
this month. Okay, we messed up the
time. Yeah, we messed.
time and date. This time.
Yeah, Wednesday wasn't
Again.
tomorrow wasn't going to work for Aleš, so
Mhm.
we threw around a few different things, but we came to this one. And Patty, we got your question, and yes, he did say he wanted it automated because he was lazy, but that's okay. Someone will work on that, Patty. Is it possible? Yoke has a question. Is it possible to use WikiTree Plus to search for profiles that have or haven't an image or a photo attached? Like a
No.
profile. I'm guessing she means profile picture.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Not in the moment. I do have some info for images, but there were no requests to actually search by that.
Yeah. That's too bad. Yeah.
Because now we have a suggestion. If there is an image, there is a link to an image that doesn't exist. This was added a few months ago. So those profiles with links to unexisting images can be found and corrected. But there were no requests to search by that. I mean, it's a profile. Photo attached is a very generic term.
Right.
Because it just means that it has photo. A photo then can be the profile photo, background photo, or just one of the photos attached to a profile.
Okay.
So I don't have information for all the images. I think the icon photo is imported, but I'm not sure. I also don't see a real use of this because, I mean, if you have a person's image, you will surely edit. And if you don't have the image, there's nothing much you can do.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking like for myself, if I have a fan chart of, it's nice if there is a profile picture added, then their picture gets added to the fan chart by default. Otherwise, you get the standard silhouette. And it'd be nice to be able to sort of pull up that list of the ones that just have the silhouettes. So that
yes, but most likely you don't have the images of people born in 17th century.
That's right. There's limits of how far back you can actually go. That is true.
Unless they were notables that someone drew them.
Yeah. And Yoka is she's specifying it's not that she wants to know what the image is, just whether there is one or there isn't one. So like a true false or a yes or no.
Yeah, no, I don't think I don't have that, and I don't think I will.
Now I have a related question I'm wondering about is a couple times when I was doing profiles of the week on the Saturday LiveCast, I'd open up a profile page and in the middle of it there'd be like the image unknown icon because the image that used to be embedded in there either got moved or got deleted somehow. So is that something that WikiTree Plus can pull up, or is that a suggestion now that people can fix?
I didn't know that's even possible.
Yeah. It's a couple times when I discovered that other WikiTreeers have gone back and fixed it, but it happens if you have an image and you've embedded it as part of your bio.
Yeah. So
and then the image the image gets deleted somehow or moved.
I mean, image can't get deleted if it's on your profile. It can get deleted if it was originally somewhere else.
Yes,
and I think just used on this profile. And then the privacy setting of that space page, for instance, went to unlisted or private. In that case, I think the image disappears.
Yes.
I could look into it if this would be possible to find such cases, but I didn't actually see one until now. Although it's possible that I have CISO Pride, so I don't think it's hidden for me.
Right. Yeah. So you could probably see everything anyways. I have that trouble too when I'm testing apps. I think everything is working perfectly. What's people talking about?
Then you log out and it doesn't.
I need to. Yeah. So that's But I think
if you will run across such such a profile, you should give me a profile example so I can look into it explicitly.
And if anyone else who's watching this, either in the chat live or after the fact, if you find a profile that has an image missing in the middle of it, and you can see just that image question mark or that blank spot, yes, please let Aleš know. Send him a message on G2G or Discord or whatever, because that would be helpful. Because I've run it a few times, not a lot, and most of those times people patched it up. So it's even if I went back to find that LiveCast, it's not there.
It's been fixed. No longer be broken.
But I know I've seen it a few times, and that would be a helpful suggestion if it's something that could be framed as a suggestion somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Because people usually the profile manager most likely have no idea that the image is missing.
Yeah, and I think you're right.
It used to be there.
It was probably something they copied from another link, like another profile page or something, a free space page. Yeah. Jay has a question related to the ID number. Does it stay the same when the last name at birth changes?
No.
Okay, so
if you change the last name at birth, the new user ID is created, and the existing profile is merged into the new one. It's similar to merging two profiles.
Right. Okay. So if you use the old one, does it automatically switches you to the new one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all the links are redirected, and all the internal references to the profile are corrected at the merge. So it shouldn't be, nothing should break because of this, but it is a different ID. So the suggestions do break. If you marked some suggestion for a profile as false suggestion and you change the last name at birth, it will reappear. So, but it's also possible. I mean, if you change the last name, then you most likely changed quite a few things on the profile, and maybe the suggestion is no longer
may not be valid anymore.
false or whatever.
That's right. Yeah. So Vicky has a question related to our talk about broken links. If there's a broken link to a picture, would it not show up as a broken link suggestion?
The suggestions that are created are only for the images used in the bio. So, for instance, if this image here disappears, and I would get here a question mark on a link, and that it doesn't exist, and that will be reported as a suggestion. So we can actually find such an example if you go to WikiTree. So These are the latest suggestions, and it should be in the links section. DNA links. Okay, here we are. Missing image. So let's check. Okay. So here, here, this image is missing on a lot of profile. So, and let's check the profile now.
Okay.
Okay, and here we see image. This image should be displayed here in this sticker, but it's not. I don't know why, but this image no longer exists.
Okay.
It was on profile, on this profile at some point in the history.
Right.
So, but it was maybe deleted, or I don't know what. Something happened to the image, but it no longer exists. And it broke the display all of these profiles. So
Right.
this is something the manager should tend to.
Right.
So we have.
So you've got the logic there to look for broken links for images.
Yeah, well, this is in the bio part. So
in the bio part, yeah. So but that's because
this
it's inside
one
the
should be.
template?
This one is implemented differently, but I think it could also be validated.
So the ones I was talking about were ones that were actually in the bio, not inside the template, but just in the in between two paragraphs, for example.
Oh, those are reported as missing.
So those are reported then.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we find here an example where there's only one, for instance,
okay,
maybe this one. This is then not part of the sticker usually. So here should be one missing image. No, I don't know which one, but
I know.
somewhere there is a missing image. Oh, actually there is a name. I could probably search
Image
for
clan.
the name.
Name
was photos. Okay. Find, paste. Nope. Okay, here the image is missing.
Okay, so it does show up in that report there.
Yeah.
But the profile picture, if that's missing, that may not show.
Yeah, profile and background image, those are not checked.
Okay. So I
because
revised
I didn't know that the profile, that it's even possible that the profile image was missing.
Yeah, so I wasn't. It wasn't.
You can just unset it.
Yeah. The one I was talking about was the one embedded in the background.
Okay,
not in a template though. I wasn't thinking of those ones. I was thinking inside it, in between two
both
paragraphs.
are checked.
Okay,
both are checked. So this is just all in these suggestions. There are just 5,897 cases like this.
Only.
But some are easier to correct since they are all part of a sticker or something like that.
Yeah. To go back to Yoka's question, Patty has a comment again. Now, again, he's telling. I mean, he's hard on himself. He's calling himself lazy again. Lots of images in my offline tree, which I've been too lazy to upload to WikiTree. So it'd be helpful if I could list profiles on my watch list which don't have images on WikiTree. So, if they're direct ancestors, opening up the fan chart is a really quick and fast way to see which ones don't have images. Profile pictures, but
and then he will take a box and search over 1,000 pictures for that person.
That's right. Yes. Though, if your watch list is mostly relatives, Patty, in the new app that I've developed and released this week, the super big family tree, you could just create a family tree with lots, with all the branches filled, and the profile pictures.
Isn't there one app that lists images?
What's that? Oh, there is the images app, tree app, but they they just sort of they appear there's no order to them, and it's not listed underneath them what the profile is. So if you click on an image, it'll go to that profile. But it's sort of the opposite. It's the ones that lack the images that it's the family portraits.
Yeah, okay, that just lists the images. No, but there where you have a table.
Oh.
Which one is table?
Not the portraits
table.
one?
Portraits. Family. Maybe this one. Nope. This is not what I was. Biocheck, maybe. Do we have? No. Couples, descendants.
The portraits list the portraits you found, but no, it's not. That gives you your X chromosome.
Chromosome, yeah. I don't know.
So you're thinking one that has a oh, well, the CC7 has a table.
Okay.
Is that the one you're thinking of?
CC7, yeah, maybe.
So if you go to that, does it have a mini image beside each person's name?
Wait, we have a privacy image, home. What is this? Family sheet.
Yeah.
There isn't a column for.
There isn't a column for profile pic or not.
If there is, but look here, we have an image here. No, this is something else.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here it would be easy to just display the image if there is one.
So suggestion for the CC7 app to add an extra picture for picture
profile. The picture of a profile.
Whether it exists or not.
Yep.
Well, yeah. And then since most people's watch list is heavily connected to their CC7, that would solve a good chunk of it anyways. Okay. So if someone's Ian or Rial or David are watching, or Murray, there's a suggestion for you. Yet one more thing to add to the CC7 app, which is amazing. Okay. So there's the family portraits. So that shows you the portraits you do have.
Yep.
There you go. Listed twice. You're getting double duty.
No, that's some bug, I think. Oh, no, but...
There we go.
Now it works.
Okay. So I suppose you could go to the family portraits and see which ones are you missing. You know, I don't see my great grandmother there. Okay. Now moving on.
Ask Aleš.
Okay. I wish to completely remove. So this is a question from Alan again. I wish to completely remove my watch list entries, but I'm led to believe that I cannot be a profile manager and not have that profile on my watch list. Right. So if you're a profile manager if you're a profile manager, that's automatically added to your watch list and you can't remove it. In an effort to reduce the size of my watch list, I've tried several methods by replacing myself.
Yeah, okay, so that is correct. If you are a manager, it is automatically also on your watch list. So you cannot exclude the managed profiles from your watch list. Watch list can just have additional profiles where you are just interested in them, but don't want to manage them. Okay, so this is about reduction of watch list.
Yeah.
This is not very supported a lot by WikiTree Plus. It has to be done mostly manually. I do occasionally prepare a list of profiles, and we actually also help some users that need to remove thousands of profiles from their watch list. We do that as a zip subs, and we prepare a list of the profiles to remove, and actually remove them from their managed list. But that we are doing that if we are talking about thousands of profiles, not a few hundred.
I think there is an I think there's an ability in one of the extensions to remove people from your watch list offhand. I haven't used it myself, and I've just asked Murray a quick question if he's online. If there's someone else in the chat who knows.
So you can here you can prepare a spreadsheet of the profiles you manage. For instance, if we check the user ID, copy. So on WikiTree Plus, you can search for manager equals. So, not in the suggestion part. We can in the search. So we get 7,300 profiles that are managed by this person, and you can then export those to Excel, for instance. Okay, it is exporting. It is done, and then if we open it, so here you can get the Excel for those. Only 5,000 are shown. Okay, let's correct that since we have. I think up to 10,000 can be exported to the Excel on one page. Yeah, 1.2 megabytes. Okay, this one we don't need, and this one. Well, where is it? Here. Yeah, now we have 7,300 profiles. So here all the profiles that are managed by are exported, and I think you have a column all managers. So here we can see all profiles that are all managers of each profile. So if there is somewhere there are other managers on the, but it doesn't seem to be. It's all managed by him.
Right. So as long as he's a manager for the profile, he can't get rid of that from his watch list.
No.
Yeah.
So here we have an example where there are two managers of a profile. It's listed like that. We can actually sort by this column.
Right.
Data, sort ascending, extend. Okay, so Where is the man? I lost the column.
Oh no. All managers, there it is. You.
Okay.
You.
So it's only 6 profiles have other managers on them.
Mm-hmm.
And oh no, there are a few more at the end of the list. So this profile he can give up if he wants. For others, he's the only manager. But profile does not necessarily require a manager. It can be orphan.
It could be orphan, right? Yes.
If it's if it's an older one, if it's private,
right,
then it can't be. I opened it a few times.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, actually, wait, do we have?
Now, Murray just answered my question. He's live in Discord helping me. He said that the WikiTree B extension does have a new feature they've added, that there's an if you're a profile manager, there's an X that shows up in that information box that you can click on to remove yourself, to automatically remove yourself as the profile manager. So you could go through profiles that way to quickly remove yourself as the manager.
Now I went to look if there is some keyword about managers, but nothing useful for this case. But still, if you want to, it's not really necessary to be a manager of a profile, because you can, if you want to search for profiles, you create it. So you can use created something like that, I think.
Actually, he just corrected me. I misspoke. It's not the WikiTree B. It's the WikiTree browser extension itself, the official WikiTree browser extension. My mistake. Under usability tweaks.
So we can, creator. I have to use creator, and this will return all the profiles that were created by this person. Oh, not in Excel. Let's go back to HTML. So these are the profiles that were created. And now we can add not manager equals come on, this is really bugging me.
Okay. It's fading out. It's fading. That's wild.
No, the Chrome is kind of sluggish.
Okay. Well, can I let me share my screen, and I'll show how another way of doing that with the WikiTree browser extension. If you don't mind.
Okay.
Let's see. So now this isn't using a WikiTree Plus, so I'm kind of veering away from the topic of our video. But another way to reduce your watch list is to, as we mentioned, to remove yourself as profile manager. So I went to my watch list here. So you just go under my WikiTree, choose watch list, and it loads up. And I just picked the second person on the list, Laurent Adam, and I don't recognize her name, so I know she's not a direct descendant or ancestor, but apparently she's my second cousin 6 times removed, and somehow I am her profile manager. Now, the WikiTree browser extension, which I have installed, has now added this little X here, so I can quickly and easily remove myself as the manager of this profile. I just have to double click on that, and now I'm no longer the profile manager. But I visited her page, made sure that this is the person I don't want to be following anymore before I did that. So, and the way I got that was I went up to the corner here, and I can zoom in on the page, but it's not going to zoom in the stuff on the top up here. To customize the WikiTree browser extension, I click on that icon. It brings up all of the options under Other and under Usability Tweaks. So this is a brand new option that's just been added, and it's not been turned on by default, but I just turned it on now. And there's a button there that says under Profile, add a button to your profile pages to remove yourself as manager. That's what I've turned on. By default, it's off, so you have to click it on. And then once you've done that, then it saves automatically. And now if I go to the next person, if I load up Joseph's page, see there's the X is there. I double click on that again. This is someone who is distantly related to me. I don't need to necessarily be the profile manager for this person anymore. I double click and I've been removed. So that's one way to go through your watch list. It's not automatically, it's not quite as quick as having a whole spreadsheet and just checking off boxes, but I think it's actually a safer way, because then you actually can check each one and make sure that you do it. It's still going to be a bit time consuming, but it's one way. Okay, back to you, Aleš. Have you got your screens working?
Well,
again?
I'm not sure if it's working.
Or is it crashed?
I don't know. Chrome is kind of sluggish. But if I restart the Chrome, I will go offline. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't really want to do that unless necessary.
Okay. Well, let's see. Can we answer any other questions? I could always share my screen and you could talk me through stuff if you wanted. The only other question we have is from Azure. And she said, would it help with the WikiTree Plus maps showing a plethora of cemeteries? Remember how whenever you turn on cemeteries, it's just black. If it waits to display the detail of the listing of the cemeteries until down to the county level, or at least for USA and Canada, for example, since they're so tightly clustered, since they're grouped by that entity level. For example, Lanark County, Ontario cemeteries. Instead, just show a count of the cemeteries by the entity level. So she's just offering a suggestion on the mapping and how, when you turn on the cemeteries map, it's just.
Okay, I will show. This is the example how you can search for profiles that you created but are no longer managed by you.
Oh, okay.
So you can search for creator and your WikiTree ID and not manager the same ID. And here are 900 profiles that were created by Entwistle.
And whistle.
Yeah, in German it would be.
Yeah, how would you pronounce it in German?
Pronunciation. But are no longer managed by the person. Now to WikiTree Plus. Just die.
Oh no.
I will have to restart the Chrome, I think.
Okay. So that means we'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
What the hell is this?
Is this a sign we need to bring our December one? Oh, no, there we go.
Nope.
Okay, wow, close out windows. You're still here, Aleš? Oh, I spoke too soon. Aleš is gone. Okay, then. Hi there, folks. While we're waiting for Aleš to show up, let's see if I can... were there any other questions in the chat? So Jay was talking about using the bulk tool to remove yourself as manager. So yeah, there is that. And where, Jay, can you remind us quickly where to find that bulk tool? In case people are wondering. I don't use it, or I haven't used it, so it's that's why I use that tool after challenges. Yeah, makes sense. And Aleš is back.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Is your Chrome back as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's running now. Screen. Entire screen. The right one. Okay. Okay, so maps.
Yes.
Not the Google ones.
No, not the Google Maps.
Wait, it's plus WikiTree. Maps. So the question was about what the one place studies. No.
It was about cemeteries, actually. She was
okay. The one place studies. I did remove the cemeteries from one place.
Oh, you did. Oh, right.
After last month's session, so now you can only see the
nice.
actual one place studies in the region.
Oh, okay.
The cemeteries. Okay, let's have a look.
Yes, that's we get this massive, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of cemetery, also quite a lot to the to my server to process, but I do have the detail level is just a circle. Maybe I can even change it to a simple dot. But on the other hand, if you are looking at another country, at some other country, you need to display a lot of profile, all the cemeteries in such scale. So
yeah,
I will probably at some point reduce the number of profiles, but the number of cemeteries displayed, but since it should work everywhere, not just in US, it's hard to preset the density.
Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah,
based on the density. Also, the density is very different here. I mean, it does change. The appearance does change, and the information displays does change depending on the scale.
Right.
But it's done so that on the most dense areas it's still okay. So I can't do different for US.
Right. Yeah.
And again, then if you are doing coloring by parent, for instance, or by grandparent, you need to display all cemeteries in England or in a bigger region. So it's not that you can. Okay,
that's very cool.
Works.
That is very cool.
Yeah, the errors are cool. Okay, here we have one that goes from Texas.
Oh yeah, okay.
To the south.
That may be a mistake.
Yeah, that's a typo.
Yeah. It actually surprised me though in that map. There is a sort of a, I don't know if it's the Rockies or what is it? Like there's a dead patch in beach
Here in the
next to California, not the ocean side of California, the other side of California.
Yeah, here it's Yosemite Park, and so I don't think here the population is so dense.
Yosemite, it's not that big, is it?
I think it is here somewhere, should be.
Oh, wow.
That's in Nevada. Actually, and Yosemite is here. That's Nevada. That's actually desert. Who will live there?
Ah. Okay. Wow. I didn't realize the desert was that big.
Well, I don't know how big the desert is. I'm not from there, but
there's not a lot of
around Las Vegas. There isn't much.
Okay, just in the middle of nowhere. Well, desert that big, there could be people buried. We just don't know. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but it's interesting how eastern part of US is much more denser.
It's like
densely,
yeah.
I don't know, populated or cemeterized.
Cemeterized, is that a word? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because I would have expected all of the states to be just as solid, but interesting.
No, they are not. Okay. And you can also color by parents. So here the cemeteries in the same county are grouped together, and here you can then see that something is wrong. So
now it looks more like constellations in the sky.
Yeah, it does.
So
but it's very little overlap here.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be.
And there shouldn't be. Yeah, that's good. Very cool. Well, I love the maps. All the stuff you do. We have a few minutes left before my granddaughter comes, and I have to leave. So, do you have a quick update on things that you have added over the last month? Do you want to share?
I have no idea what I added. So this is I don't think there were anything significant.
Yeah.
Okay, I did change the validation for the sticker template. I improved a bit template reports that I showed already at the beginning. I also did some additional checking for the locations of the places.
Nice.
So the location table was updated a few times. I also adjusted the algorithm to locate profiles location, since there were some if the location wasn't entered in exactly defined way, it found the wrong leads, for instance.
The wrong leads, yes. Leads.
And so on. So I did adjust the algorithm, and I think the found match is now better.
That's good.
Okay, removed cemeteries from one place study page maps. And that was it this month.
Okay. Well, it was a busy month. With November.
I also removed here in the maps, when you are displaying cemeteries, for instance, you can also display errors on cemeteries. The category errors where there is something not defined and so on. But now I did the exclusion of the. Now, if you go closer, we'll get what exactly is the problem. So naming convention. But if the suggestion for the category was marked as false, it's not displayed. So it's hidden from the map.
Oh, good.
So you get actually only the ones that are wrong. That was one of the changes. for Austro-Hungary also.
Nice.
Category detail display. I have no. Probably. Let's go to the plus again. And if you search for a category, okay, here I think I added. Here I added this editing. I think editing section was added.
Okay.
And if you select, here you can select what is displayed on the right, in the right part of the table for category search.
Okay.
And one of the possibilities, so for the default one is stats that you are probably used to when you get number of profiles in the category and so on. You can also select editing. Then you see who was the last editor of the category and when it was last edited.
Nice.
How many times it was displayed, if it's top level, the size of the contents of the category, and this is the size without the parent categories. So here we see these categories have absolutely no content except the parent category.
Right.
This is also something I didn't really show often. So maybe you can also display the AKA status of the page. So if it has pages in different language and so on. So if you are reviewing something about language structures, this can be helpful. 3 cemetery required. What is that? No. I don't know. And then you can here display the information from the category info boxes of the category. So let's go to some cemetery. Okay, this will make more sense. And so this now, so here this displays. Okay, this tree should be CIB most likely. I just probably erased the contents. So this is the required fields. So coordinate, find the grave ID, parent and name. Then you can list preferred parameters of the template. So here location is mostly entered, others are as they are. Then also you can display other, the rest of the parameters that are entered on each category.
Right.
Links. So these are links. I mean, all actually you can check all the fields of the cemetery and see their status. Images.
That's really helpful. That's great.
Okay, the images are not used, and if it's not in a template, so this part is not. This is as a fixed content of the page.
Okay, cool. Azure has. We were talking about watch list before, and someone said there was another place you could change your watch list, and she has given us the link to find that under watch list. Another place, another way to do that.
Yeah, there were many ways to manage watch list because it's a problem once it gets big.
Exactly, yes. And I need to go through and call mine as well. So I will do that. But But now I'm afraid it is time to
Okay,
say goodbye.
I think we did the new things.
Well, thank you very
We
much,
did the
Aleš.
questions and everything else.
I think we got through all the questions. I don't think we left any here. Like and or hit the like button. Azure mentioned that earlier, so we got to do that. So thank you for reminding us, because I don't always remember to suggest that. But yes, please do. Thank you, Aleš, for a wonderful year with WikiTree Plus, and we're coming back again in January, right? We're going to keep on doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We when it on Wednesday, so on 3rd.
On
January
Wednesday the 3rd, January
Okay.
the 3rd. Okay.
That
9
will
o'clock
be
Eastern
okay.
time. What's the UTC?
The same as this time.
The same as this time. Okay. If you made it on time this time, it's the same time, just on January 3rd.
Usually, I express the time in see you in 2 hours.
See you in 2 hours. So that's right. Yeah. See you in a few weeks. But it'll unless something else has come up, it will be the first Wednesday of every month. Unless there's something special happening and we have to adjust things. But we will try and make that G2G post accurate, or it will become accurate eventually.
Well, we never change the time, so time is the same.
The time is the same. The day may have to change because of schedules, but anyways, thank you again, Aleš. Thanks everyone who were watching live. Thanks everyone who was watching after the fact and who have helped in the background with questions and whatnot. Have a great holiday season, and we'll see you in the new year. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.